All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're back up here at Jimmy Britt, and we are wandering around here just looking at stuff. Very slim pickings on the Ram trucks right now. I think on 1500s they got 3. But we are also right in that mid place here where, like I said, production of 2026s is going to be starting, if it's not already. Stuff's starting to get rolling, and we got a lot of things that we'll see happening is coming with them. But today what we're going to talk about is my opinion. We want to come back to this in like literally 3 years from now. We want to come back to this video and see if I was right. But my assumptions, some of you guys will believe and agree, and some will not. Some will wholeheartedly disagree. I will put it out there right away, and then I'll say why. But I believe that the Hurricane, okay, the Hurricane engine that we have in these things, the SST, that you see right there where it says SST on there, that SST, the Hurricane 3-liter, and I also believe that the Chevy 2.7-liter, the 4-cylinder Turbowmax, I believe that those two motors are going to be the best offerings for both companies in the next few years. The reason I say in the next few years is because by then there'll be enough data points out there for us to show it. And I'm going to put it into perspective for you, and we're going to break it down. But that's my thoughts, is that as far as these go, these will be the motors that will, the engines, because people are going to give me a hard time, that the others will be judged by. I do believe that is the future of them, and it's the case. Now, fortunately, they're bringing back the 5.7 Hemi. They still have the 6.4. They're still giving you options in Ram, okay? And then you still in Chevy, you still got the 5.3 and the 6.2, and we know they're being revamped and made better, more fuel efficient, that scary word, for 2028. But we know they're coming back, so don't think for a second that, you know, this video is going to make you lose your V8s. I'm not saying that. But I do believe that these two motors are going to be the ones that, like I said, 3 years from now, people are like, you know what? I was wrong. And holy cow, look at what they're doing for longevity, reliability, and durability. I honestly believe that. Why? Why would I say that? Well, let's break both motors down first, okay? And I've talked about the 2.7 before, but honestly, that 2.7 is built so strong and so good with diesel type technology and everything that's in it, that thing, and the way it's the forged internals, the way, I mean, it's just such a beast of an engine. And it's built well, and it's made to run right, and I got a feeling that the turbos are cheap for it. The turbo on that engine is very cheap. I want to say it's $400 for the turbo, and not that hard to replace, okay? And yet we've never heard of one failing. How do you know, how do you check this stuff? What's the way to check true reliability? Okay, well, it takes a little time, and here's what you're going to do. Go to Car Gurus, or go to cars.com, or go to Auto Trader, and pull up some Silverados. Okay, so that engine, that 2.7 Turbowmax, has been into Silverados now since, you know, for almost 5 years. So you can go pull up some older ones and go grab one that's got 180,000 miles on it, and then look at the Carfax. Okay, look at the Carfax and what's been done to it. See if you can find one that had to have a turbo replaced. See if you can find one that had to have the engine rebuilt. Talking 150, 170, 160,000, 125,000 miles. Because remember, most people keep telling us in the comments that that motor won't make it 60,000, 70,000, or 80,000. Heaven forbid, it'll never see 100,000 miles. But that 2.7, yet we got people in the comments too that run them for fleets for their businesses and stuff, and they got dozens of them with over 200,000 miles on them, still running strong today and going. This motor's proven itself to be incredible, and it is dirt cheap. It is a very affordable motor, very simple to work on, very functional, very capable, and it produces more torque. Yes, more torque on paper than a 5.7, not on paper, but in reality, but torque. Torque, which is what a truck needs. More torque than a 5.7, and even, yes, dare I say it, even more torque than the 6.4-liter Hemi in my Power Wagon. Okay, more torque coming out of a 4-cylinder. That means it's too high-strung. It doesn't matter. It's built to be high-strung. Point being is that I got a feeling right now people are still skeptical. 3 years from now, I think when people will understand the reality of it, and I think 3 years from now, the stuff I'm saying and have been saying for the last year about that motor will be true. We'll wait to see. Okay, because time is what's going to tell us. But 3 years from now, I bet when you look at the number of problems for a 2.7 and the amount of 2.7s with high miles that are on them, it's going to blow your mind in a good way. I believe this motor will be Chevy's creme de la creme engine that they have. I believe, because like I said, it's the most torque, power, motor their 6.2 offers more, but I mean, it beats their 5.3. It's a beast of a motor. It's simple. It does good. It gets good gas mileage. It's an incredible motor. Now, would you buy it if you're going to tow a fifth wheel? No, but 99% of people are not. They're not towing heavy. So again, all things have applications, but I think that motor, I think the 2.7, going to be on fire. The Hurricane, I think, is the same thing. Why would I say that? Okay, look at every other inline six in history. And I don't care if it's a turbo diesel like the Cummins 6.7. I don't care if it's a, like the old Fords, I don't care what it is, a BMWs. Doesn't matter who makes it. Look at the inline six engines. Every one of them in history, for the most part, is flawless reliability, incredible track records. It's such a simple design. It is a straight 6-pot design. It is simple. Yes, it's got twin turbos, but turbos are not something to freak out about. Turbos they're proven. Turbos are doing incredible. They have been for a long time. Look at Ford. Go look at how many 200,000 mile plus 2.7 V6s are out there. And those are a V6 twin turbo. They are not a inline six. So my opinion, it's going to be incredible. Well, it's got a lot of plastic on it. Thermostat housing's plastic, the oil pan housing, oil pan is plastic. I don't care. So is Ford. Look at their V8, same thing. Okay, these are wearable items. Well, it's got plastic valve covers. I don't care. Again, simple little things. If I got to bring it in, it's going to cost me $250 to do something to it every 4 years. I'll take that over having to do a wet belt on a Ford engine. No offense to them, and I love them, and I know not many people have had to, but technically, if that wet belt goes out, it destroys your engine. You're done. And you're supposed to change that wet belt about 150,000 miles, if I'm correct, and it's going to cost you $4,000 to $5,000 to do it. So having to put a plastic valve cam or cover on, or replacing a oil pan or something like that once in every couple of years because of heat cycles, I'm not really that worried about it. I do believe that the Hurricane, the straight 6 turbo, the SST, the 3-liter Hurricane is going to be there. What's the kind of power? You look at that 2.7, we talked about that. What is that? I wrote it down. What is that 2.7? 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. Insane. Okay, for a 4-cylinder. That is incredible. That's Chevy's. The Hurricane comes 2 ways. 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque out of an inline 6. That is awesome. Standard output, does fantastic, up to 25 miles per gallon. Thing is an incredible engine. Smooth as butter, great power delivery, super low-end torque because of the, again, inline 6 design, always low-end torque. And then you also have the high output, like you get in the RHO, some of the limiteds, some of that kind of stuff. And that high output one, you're 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet of torque. That's incredible. That is very, very well done. So in my opinion, what is in this? Is this it's just a straight SST? I didn't know what we got here. I just saw the little chrome emblem. But these are insane motors. And the Hurricane, like I said, first year was 2025 in a new truck. Now, people are like, well, Ram, look at all the problems they're having with it. They are having some problems, but the problems are not so much with the motor. Well, it's melting the catalytic converters. That's not a problem with the motor. It's a problem with the catalytic converter. Well, they're having a problem with the thermostat housing. That's not the engine, that's the thermostat housing. Easy fixes. I'll take that all day long. That's like saying, oh my God, the alternator's bad, the engine sucks. Put a new alternator on it. Let them get a new supplier and get it solved. I'm all right with that. Fix the little stuff like that. I'm not worried about little teething issues in the beginning. Well, look at all the electrical problems they have. That's the electrical architecture of the 2025, which is all new. I'm okay with that too. It has nothing to do with this engine. Stop trying to beat a dead horse that's still trying to stand. Okay, there's no reason to assume that this motor that we don't hear of this motor having that many problems. Yes, you do. There's this one guy on the forums. This motor's proven itself very good. I got very, very high hopes for it, and I got a feeling that 3 years from now, when this thing's been out for 4 years, especially in a full size where people are going to be running these things more, we're going to start seeing a bunch of them with 150 and 200,000 miles on them. You know, even 4 years from now, when you hit that 5-year mark, there'll be a bunch with 150,000 miles out there that were rode hard, put away wet, used tough, and used for businesses that are being offloaded. They will have high miles on them. You can check them. You can verify this for yourself rather than just assuming and telling me that they're going to explode at 60,000 miles. Go on Car Gurus, cars.com, Auto Trader, and go on there and find one that's high miles, and then click on the Carfax report and look through it, and it tells you everything that's been done to it, and let me know what kind of problems you find, okay? Because it's very, very minor, okay? They're not a big deal. But the forums say, well, of course forums say, but go look at the reality of this stuff. That's where you'll learn it. And the Carfax stuff doesn't lie. They're true, real-world things. I mean, what better example could you have? Here's a truck that has high miles, and here's the reports of everything that's been done to it. There it is. Somebody's going to chime in here. Well, he could have fixed it himself. You see what I'm getting at here, okay? Understand it. My opinion, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I doubt it. If I had $1,000 in my pocket and I wanted to make a bet, which I'm not, but if I did, and I had to bet what would be the 2 best engines for reliability in 5 years from now, 4 years, 3 years from now, I would say that it is going to be the 2.7 Turbowmax from Chevy, and it is going to be this Hurricane engine in here. Today, right now, if I was looking at a Ram Warlock, 2026 Warlock coming out here pretty quick in a 1500, and you were asking me which engine I would take, because I can choose it with the 5.7 and the Hurricane now today. Both are available. I will take that Hurricane all day long, every single day. I will take it. I'm not, and I love the Hemi. I'm not taking anything away from the Hemi. But if you give me the choice between the SST and a 5.7, I'm taking the SST all day long. I believe in it, I trust it, and I know where it's going, and I got a real good feeling about it, and I like the history to it. So that's my thoughts. That, you know, matter of fact, you've heard me say in other videos, my Power Wagon that is sitting right there has a 6.4 liter V8 in it. Guess what has more torque than that 6.4 does? Not only the SST, so does that Chevy 2.7. It beats it by like, I think it beats it by like 9 pound-feet of torque. That 4-cylinder has more torque than my truck does, my 2500 does. But the Hurricane, I wish, and I said it before, I wish that this Power Wagon came with the Hurricane. Standard output would be just fine, thank you. I don't even need the HO. HO would be great, but I would take it with the Hurricane. I would rather have the Hurricane in there for that extra torque that we're getting, that more power that we're getting out of that Hurricane. The fact that it's an inline 6, torque is down low where I want it. I mean, I like this motor. I love the way it sounds. I'm enjoying the heck out of this truck. The gas mileage really pisses you off and sucks bad, but I'm enjoying the truck completely. I would take it. I would prefer to have that Hurricane in here. I would trust the Hurricane. I trust this even. It's a great motor. My feeling, my opinion, we'll see. We'll come back in 3 years. Hopefully I'm still here, nothing happens, and we can revisit this in 3 years. But 3 years from now, maybe we'll pull up a video and I'll go through and I'll grab 50 of the 2.7 and 50 trucks from the Hurricane. Then I'll pull them up on Car Gurus or Cars and Auto Trader, and I'll pull up the Carfax for each one, and we will make somebody eat their words, whether it's me or the people that are negative and say that it can't last 60,000 miles. We'll see what happens and who's right. If I was a betting man, I'd bet that I'm gonna be right. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? You know, there is no real answer right now. We don't have one. But what do you think? Let me know. Thanks for watching.